Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Shub, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about stop side-to-side waddle walking.
Right.
Waddle walking.
Yeah, that's this kind of thing, which you'll see people doing it. A lot of time people aren't aware of it until it's brought to your attention.
Yeah, a lot of times it is due to arthritis quite often, but it's due to weakness that's become evident because of arthritis.
Right, and we're going to focus on that here. This video actually we did not that long ago, but this one has a different approach, and I think it's better for some people. And you'll see as you get
all
into
standing exercises.
Yes,
right?
you don't have to lay down, which makes it
all right,
easier.
Brad. We might as well start in.
Say no more, Bob. We don't have a giveaway.
No, not today.
Oh,
Today's
say no more.
Check it out tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. So the muscle that is the culprit is pretty specific. It's the glute medius, which is a muscle you'll feel. It goes from your greater trochanter, that bone right there, to the pelvis, which is a wide bone here. And that muscle, if that gets weak, this will start to happen.
It doesn't hold your pelvis up like it should
Right.
when you're stepping.
So then this one, your body goes this way to compensate because the muscle is weak, and this way. Sometimes people will do it only one direction.
One direction, and other times you see it going both ways.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
So, if you use a cane or 2 canes, you can stop this.
Right, or a walker.
Right, but if you don't want to do that, which a lot of people do not, then you're going to go to these exercises and strengthen them. And also, I think I'll mention this now, Bob. If you have a full-length mirror with a hallway at home, just watch yourself, and you'll see yourself do this, and you might say, "Oh, I didn't know I was doing it that much."
The proliferation of phones now, you could have somebody film yourself.
There you go. Good idea. And then
you have a record.
Right. Yeah. Do it. Do these exercises for a week and then video
check it out again.
So if you got that mirror, watch yourself and try to hold yourself upright and walk. And that's a good way to get some feedback, visual feedback.
So we have 4 exercises.
Yes.
You don't have to get on the floor.
Exactly right. And you don't need to do all 4 of them. You may just do one of them or maybe 2 of them. The first one is the beginner one. And that's where you're just going to stand and you're going to go out to the side with one leg. And you're going to keep your toes. This is critical. Your toe stays pointing forward. The tendency is this. People do this without thinking about it. The toe points that way.
And then you're not getting the gluteus medius then.
Right. You're getting other muscles, the TFL. We don't even have to get into it. Just don't do it that way. Out with good control and back in. And I always tell my patients, don't let your foot touch. Do this 10 times like I'm doing it and not flopping it. And then make sure you do the opposite leg. Because actually both muscles, we get weight bearing through the joints, which is really much better way to strengthen it versus laying down exercises.
Yeah, you're actually strengthening the muscle with both exercises.
Exactly
the same side.
Right. Yeah. And we just kind of believe us there. We don't want to get into the details. It'd be like going to PT school all over again. Now, when this gets easy and you can go, oh man, I can do this. And don't worry about balance. You can hold on to a cupboard or a chair in front of you. We're going to go to the loop band, the small loop band. We have one called the Bob and Brad booty band. Whatever.
These are really comfortable because they don't fold up on you.
Yeah, if you get the rubbery ones or the latex ones. Yeah. And plus they've got these little grippies. They are nice. I'm not just saying that. That's why we put our name on them. But you can use the other ones. You don't have to use those. That's for sure.
Absolutely not.
Get it above your knees. You could do it below your knees, but you probably won't need to. And then, does that make a difference?
Yeah.
And if you could do 10 the other way, you won't.
A little challenge.
Yep. You won't be able to do 10 this way right away. You can go more if you want to get up to 15. You could do that. Again, something to hold on to for balance. And I can already feel these muscles specifically starting to burn a little bit.
Exactly.
And that's what you're looking for. Next one, Bob.
The band or large loop.
So this one, unfortunately for all these, you do need some equipment. You need some resistance bands. But, I think it's worth it. They're not really expensive. You can use, you may already have some of these, or maybe your kids or your grandkids do. Just take them from them. And
no, they won't miss them.
No, they don't care. So now you can do it this way. You don't have to have the handles on there. You can just grab the bands down here. I'm going to have the handles.
Library.
Yeah. So
handy.
Yeah. So you're going to pull some resistance on it, and you can change your resistance depending on where you put your feet on the band. So I'm going to make it a little easier. I'm going to spread it out, put my hands down, and then you go like this and you walk sideways. So not only are you working your gluteus medius, but you're working your balance as well.
Right.
If this is a problem and you feel uncomfortable, like you may fall, don't do it.
Don't do it. Right.
Unless you have someone right there holding on to your belt.
Safety comes first.
Yep, safety first. That's what my father always told my daughter that. He told me when I was a kid too, but I didn't listen. As you can result in problems. But
a lot of head injuries.
So if you have the large loop,
it's even more handy.
Yeah, this works pretty good. You can do it both at the same time. That's going to be pretty aggressive. Starting out, if you have these, there's usually 4 or 5 bands. We have 4 in ours. I'm starting with the red one. It's not the easiest one.
There's the yellow one. That's the easiest one.
And you just go like this. Keep your toes pointed forward, not like this. And you're going to go until you feel the burn. You may go 10 or 15 feet one direction. Make sure you go the other direction, and wait till you
even it out.
Oh, even it out. Yes. Yeah. Now this next one is a little more advanced, and I really like this one. This one was not in our last video, and when I tried it, it's like this.
I tried it too, and I was like, boy,
yeah,
that woke me up.
It's a little harder, so pay attention.
It burns, and I work these muscles, and mine got sore.
Yeah, it's not like you started out without being in shape a little bit. Right. Now, you do need to anchor it to something. We're using a wall anchor. You don't have to have one of these. If you have a bedpost or anything where you can anchor it about waist level. Right. Doesn't really matter if it's a little higher or a little lower. Now, you're going to need something for balance. Maybe not if you're really athletic. Now, this is the weak muscle, my right one, and I'm going to put my right weak hip towards the wall. The loop band goes around below the belt line, and then I'm going to go weight bearing all on the weak hip, the right side. And then watch this, right here, I'm going to drop this hip down, and so I got resistance here. Now this muscle has to contract for me to push out.
Pull it back up.
And then I'm going to go down. So it's kind of like if you're getting ready for dancing, maybe you're going to get into belly dancing or something. But no, seriously, it is the motion that you're going to do. And I can already feel that muscle specifically start to burn.
So this is a small muscle, and he's working it throughout its entire range.
Right. And with all my body weight.
Right.
Which is what happens when you walk. And that's why I think this
really
one.
Functional.
Yep, exactly right.
It burns pretty quick.
Yep. And now the cool thing about these loops, if I want to do the other leg, which is probably a good idea, whether you
flip right around.
Yeah, you just turn around. You don't have to do anything. And now I can see I've got to lower it down a little bit. Whoa, get my stick over here. Balance, again, is an issue. But again, this is more advanced. This is probably for someone who's active and needs to get back into
sports.
Sport, probably, or even if you're just a jogger or something of that nature. Yep. Whoa.
There you go, Brad.
All right.
For excellent exercises.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun one. So, stop that waddling, get those muscles stronger, use your mirror.
You'll be more stable and you'll have better balance.
Exactly. And be careful.
Yeah, always be careful.
In everything that you do, not just this. So, adios.